Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Now the approach shot here at the par 4 first.
Generous green, just a little bit uphill. Not minute, really. Big green to hit into, though.
Headed for the bunker. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Second shot now on the way for Brandt Snedeker. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. Nice round number, 100 yards, and it is a little bit downwind. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Great professionals, Frank. They don't fear greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Settles in over the putt. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Pops Masterson for par. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again. Now, it's that sneaky distance.
All right, good putt.
The rhythm of that stroke. Didn't try and bash it in the back.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Even par early on. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Always take that. Good par putt right there. Putt drops. Now at 1 over par. Already teed up here at the second. That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. I like the looks of this one. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much. Well, the way that came out, really lucky to be on the fringe.
He'll still have a good chance to come out of here with a decent score. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Even par currently.
-1 and really going. The birdie. Bottom of the barrel, and now to 2 under. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Just a shade over par, +1. Frank, plenty of scoring opportunities in the early portion of this golf course. We're now at a par 5, the third hole, and it's only 528 yards.
You can see why we're going to see a lot of people perhaps being 3 under through the first 3 holes, Rich. This par 5 bending to the right, very reachable. Just keep that tee shot nice and high off the tee. Let it carry as far as possible.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Good contact, good result. 315. Frank, this is a place where you can really sort of commune with nature. It's absolutely spectacular out here, isn't it?
I've forgotten how pretty it is. Canada, no disrespect, but, you know, elk, some of the wildlife. Golf course is just beautiful, too, the view. I mean, it's very easy to get distracted.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Good lie in the fairway, a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, going back 100 years or more, we used to see winning scores in stroke play tournaments, 72-hole events of 300 thereabouts. But obviously, like so many things in golf, everything has improved.
Yeah, people would scoff at sort of saying 475s would win a U.S. Open or a British Open. It didn't, and it does. But, you know, with equipment and people have really got into the game, they've worked it out. And they just plain got better at it. They realize that, you know, stroke play, you can't just swing from the trees, so to speak. You've really got to work your way around and get better. You just can't sort of settle for mediocrity.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Second shot here on the par 5 third at Banff Springs.
Even though the green's protected by bunkers on the left, everything sort of kicks from the player's right to the left. So you can land that ball in the right section of the green, allow it to feed towards the flag.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Pops for birdie. Continues to putt beautifully. This one just requires a little bit of focus. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
This would be a huge momentum swing. This one's for birdie. And so just getting started. Even par so far. Drops the putt to go to 2 under. Frank, when you play Banff, you get some of these wow moments where you stand on the tee and you say, "Ooh, look at
this." Is one. Yeah, this is one of them, Rich. Yeah, the elevation change from tee to green is quite dramatic. Consequently, you're going to have to club down a little. At least 2 clubs shorter than what that yardage says on the card.
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. He'll need to be strong with this. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Pop's lining this one up for par.
Oh, good roll, good putt.
10-foot putt left. Those keep the round going, those par putts. This would give him a bogey. So with that, 1 over par. Frank, what's the key here at the 5th hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers, first one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, you should be able to aim at that and not reach it. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, this one is right and is wrong. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough.
Rich, with a lie like that in the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or 2 more.
Frank, how did he do there?
Well, he's inside 30 feet, but 27 feet, it's not exactly what you'd call close.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Second shot now to the par 4 fifth.
Just minimally uphill, Rich, with a green too that opens up towards that left side. I just want to make sure you carry the front and pitch the ball well into the middle of the screen and not really worry about it. Once the flag is past that middle section, though, players are definitely going to have to go further left.
Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants to do over there.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
So close. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No. Just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Edwin Pops Masterson now eyeing a par. So close, just a tap in from there. This is a 13-footer. Frank, we see it every single round. These kind of putts determine whether it's a good score or an average score.
Yeah, and just like that, a bogey. And does not feel like he deserves it.
For the par. Did the job right there. So they'll tap in. In for bogey, now sitting at 2 over for the round. Now at -2 for the day. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 sixth hole, reasonably short at 373 yards, a lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. If you can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands, it's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
Good contact, good result. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Second shot now on the way for Brandt Snedeker. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Now the approach to the par 4 sixth.
A nice layup off the tee. You can virtually hit this shot with your eyes closed. The yardage isn't going to change. Doesn't matter what you put in front. So just dial it in on that yardage.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. You can't leave it short, Frank.
Oh, and especially right in the middle.
Edwin lining this one up for birdie. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong. It's no snack, though.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Back to par for the round. So a tester from 4 feet. He'll take par and move on. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Needs birdies at some point, but will take the par to stay at 2 over. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Two under on the day. Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards, a par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. It's 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
This sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 7th hole. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. I've seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
Wrong way pattern all day long. And this is just brutal. That's a bit offline in the rough. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Well, that's why on this golf course, Frank, there is a premium on hitting fairways.
You're exactly right. Might be also protecting against a fly, but that did anything other than fly.
Getting set now over the putt. Boy, looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Edwin lining this one up for birdie. Makes it and moves to 1 over. These putts keep the round together. He's putting for birdie now. -3 now for the round. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water. Frank, only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Sinks it.
Unbelievable.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Nice putt, and now back to level par. And he's putting for par now. And with that, 1 under par. Just a shade over par, +1. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but that is well on the cards.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. We have a couple of 100 yards to this flagstick. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, I see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. And setting up here in the rough. Good scoring opportunity. Third shot here at the par 5. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Brant Snedeker needs this for a par.
Great sense of speed in that. We know you can make those, but that one right in the middle. It's that sneaky distance.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good putt, and now one under par. Settles in over the putt. And that's in for a par. This will be a birdie if it drops. So nice birdie, and he makes his move back in the right direction. He's at even par. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back on this beautiful day here at Banff Springs in the Canadian Rockies. Set to kick off all the action on the back nine. The 10th begin with a par 3, Frank, 218 yards.
And I have no idea why this is called Little Bow, because over 200 yards, you really have to bow up with this tee shot here. That's for sure. Bending there, you need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight and with a decent height on it as well. If you want to land on that left side of the green and make it stop.
So trying to get the back nine off to a good start. The approach shot is on the green, but he still has work to do. This is about a 30-footer coming up.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. A good 29-foot putt here. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And getting ready for the putt. Do that. What a putt. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. That's good work. That's a good par right there. Solid par to remain 1 under. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Drops it, and he's at even par. On the tee here at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4. Is this a drive you like to hit, Frank?
It certainly is, Rich, but it's a little narrower than what your eye first sees. And the reason why, there's a tree sort of another 40, 50 yards down the right side past that bunker. So if you hog that right side, that tree can become a little bit of a problem for the second shot. I'm loving that balance. Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always is a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Sit down, get down.
Oh, this is going.
Didn't hit it in there tight, but still with a good chance.
Yeah, if that's his worst shot at the end of the day, then I still think he's played well.
Frank, here at the 11th hole, second shot, another chance to make a birdie.
It certainly is. The only thing you're guarding against here with that second shot into 11 is just going long. Pretty generous green once again, because it slopes back into the player's face. The ball's not going to kick forward.
Second shot from 120. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's just now it's another shot.
Just a couple of feet. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under. Just a little tap in here. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Needs this for par. Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Four under on the day. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
All right, Frank, another chance to make something happen here at the 12th.
You could come in here a little low, try and skip it back towards the flag as it starts to narrow up to the back of the green. But anything a little underneath the flag, maybe slightly to the right of it, is going to be a better place to putt from.
Frank, not close, but not bad either.
You can always make the odd 20-footer, and that's exactly how far they are away.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
110 yards to the flag. Good swing, good shot yet again. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
And setting up here in the rough. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has the shot to sink this one for birdie.
Ooh, so close. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Not an easy one, 20 feet away.
Right now, y'all in a hurry for it right now? All right, yeah.